All right, I promised after part two, part three would be from another state. Right here, we are in Nebraska. First two parts were in California. Yeah, none of them were even in Nevada. First two parts in California, this one in Nebraska. Let's get to the questions. Herbs and Rye right here behind the camera. First question from Mike. What is your favorite city to play mixed games cash? It's actually two parts, but I'll just pause after each question to let you answer.
It's definitely Phoenix, Arizona, where Talking Stick is.
Okay, so,
Easy answer.
well, Scottsdale. He asked what city.
Oh, is it in Scottsdale?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. And this was a two-part question. Well, why? The viewers might want to know why.
I guess that's where they play the highest right now. I mean, that I know of.
All right.
100, 153, 200, 400.
What's that? What are the stakes of that? Can't remember which casino it is. Where Barry Greenstein still plays in California?
They used to get 300, 600, but I think it rarely goes.
And
now.
which room was that? Hawaiian Gardens?
And the bike.
All right. And this was a two-parter from Mike. Second part. What is one piece of advice you would give to a new mixed games cash player?
Just learn all the games and try not to sit out any of the games. Just start lower stakes if you have to, but a lot of people don't like this game or that game, but it's really important to just be good at all of them and not be strong in just one or two.
All right, this question is from Dr. Options, who was very persistent about me asking this question, even though it should really be void. He asks, would Herbs and Rye consider changing his nickname to Beans and Rice to better fit with my content? The thing is, you don't get to choose your own nickname, so you don't have any say over you getting Herbs and Rye, and if maybe in the future you have a subsequent nickname, you don't have any choice over that either. So the question doesn't really make sense. But if you had a choice, would you change it?
I don't know if I would change it to that. I mean, I might take on a better nickname than Herbs and Rye, yeah.
Well, I think Herbs and Rye is awesome, but all right. If you had the choice, which you don't, you would change it, but not to that. Okay. All right, next few questions from Dakota. First of all, the last question that you'll read at the bottom has been answered. But here we go. How long has Herbs and Rye been playing poker? So I guess we're gonna say, what was the first year you played poker for money?
I mean, for actual, like, real money, like, not home games as kids.
Well, were you playing for money in these home games as kids?
I mean, I lost $200 to my grandma when I was 15.
All right. Well, then since age 15, and since we don't know your age, I guess people will have to guess on how many years that's been.
39.
All right. What is your preferred game? One poker, one not
As
stake.
of right
game.
now, Badoosie is my favorite game.
All right. And for people who don't know, what is that?
That is a mix of Deuce to 7 and Badoogie at the same time. Triple draw.
So it's deuce to 7, fixed limit, triple draw, and suits play a part.
Yes.
Okay. And what is the highest stakes you have ever played? I guess cash games.
That would be 200, 400 mix and 50, 100 no limit.
All right. Where were those?
50, 100 was at Sahara.
Interesting place to have that game.
Yeah, that was interesting. And the 200, 400 was at Talking Stick.
All right. A little bit of an open-ended question here from Shark. Does Herbs and Rye play anything besides poker? I believe a while back he was sports betting. Wanted to see how that panned out.
Generally, that pans out terribly. I try not to do anything degen-wise, but every once in a while, yeah, I dabble. I lost 1,000 last night on Miami. It happens.
Yeah. If Tua played the whole game, they weren't going to win. But for us, the Monday night game, the Bills just went into Miami and won 31-10. Okay, this question from Greg kind of answered in a previous video, but I'll turn it into multiple choice so it's simpler. Greg asked how you got good enough to make money at poker, and I'll turn it into a simple multiple choice. Choice A, let me make some room on the screen. You'll see this when you watch the video when it comes out. Choice A.
Not watching a video.
Choice A, coaches and teachers. Choice B, books and videos. Choice C, lots of hours playing. If you had to pick one.
C.
All right, lots of hours playing. Very quick answer, choice C. I'll also clean up this question a little bit. From a road trip, a successful 2-5 player playing full-time hours, what should his annual income be? Well, let's just do this. Tell me, what should it be? Should, that's an odd way to word it, but you just come up with the hourly on what this hypothetical player's hourly should be, and we'll multiply it by 2,000 hours. Even though a lot of people who deem themselves Iron Men in poker have a goal a lot less than 2,000 and then miss it and wind up playing like 1,060 hours a year. So what should this guy's hourly be? Successful 2-5 player.
I guess that really depends on your view of the term successful. To me, it would be around $75 an hour, something like that. $70 an hour.
In 2-5?
Yeah.
Oh. Because the three people, I believe, none of them have said a number close to that, but okay.
I mean, somewhere at least 50, at least 10 bigs. Yeah, minimum.
All
if
right.
you're successful.
All right.
In my opinion.
All right, so 75 multiplied by 2,000. This guy should be bringing in $150,000 a year.
Something like that.
All right, same question, different answerer. Guest appearance by Woody. What should a successful 2-5 player make per year? We got it down to just tell me the hourly and we'll multiply it by 2,000.
The hourly? I think it's very dependent like where you're playing. Like if you're playing Vegas, I think it's going to be decreased.
That was something we failed to mention, yeah.
Texas, I would definitely feel it's increased.
The guy worded it very specifically. He said should. So if you're calling yourself a successful 2-5 player, like what's the minimum you should be making to use that title?
Minimum?
Yeah, he said what should a successful 2-5 player make?
I mean, you're going to say minimum, I would say 50, but I would think you should be making more than that.
Yeah, I said 70.
You said 75.
I think in Texas, like for instance, I'll say during Windstar's heyday, pre-COVID, I would say that my win rate was closer to 100 an hour at that 2-5, and there's only 500 cap. I'd say like now with like TCH in Dallas and other places, I would say it's quite a bit lower just because of all the euros. That I mean, it's pretty much like a mini Vegas, I would say. So it's almost equivalent to that, but. I mean, even some of the 1-3 games are going to play bigger than like 2-5s, 5-10s, and other spots. So,
All right. Anything to add now that we had a second answer?
Yeah,
Pizza good?
yeah.
pizza's good.
Did you trick anyone out of your way in order to get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, since everyone loved the multiple choice, I just gave Herbs and Rye, which I'm guessing because I have no idea. But let's assume everyone loved the multiple choice I just gave. I'll turn this question into a multiple choice also question from Ben. All right, multiple choice. Are you listening?
Yeah.
Okay, seems like you're listening now.
Thought you were done.
No. Question from Ben. How did you build your bankroll? Choice A, bink a tournament early on in your poker life. Choice B, you had a well-paid job and you quit to play poker. Or choice C, you were gifted a lot of money from rich parents. If you had to pick one of those choices.
Those are actually all really funny choices. And who said I had a bankroll? Nobody said anything about a bankroll.
No, he asked, did you build your bankroll from scratch on the 1-2
I
streets?
don't have a typical bankroll like most poker players. I just have my money, and it's my money, and I play, and that's it. I mean,
Well, I don't know
a
that
lot of
everyone defines bankroll universally.
Yeah,
So
well,
you,
a lot of people may try to keep their money separate for their poker from their income or everything else or their bills. Mine's just all in one pile.
no, but at the very least, at its like most crude, like you're walking into the casino with cash. Like that could be a bankroll. We don't have to get like very robust about it. So those choices: A is bink a tournament. B is well paid job. C is cash money from parents.
A combination of A and B,
No, you have to pick one.
no C. But that's the answer, though.
All right, he's refusing to answer. Question from Greg. Not everyone is cut out for this, Greg. The question is, would Herbs and Rye ever go Nomad?
I mean, in a alternate universe, maybe.
No, in the universe we're currently in.
No.
All right. Alternate universe. All right, and to wrap it up, questions plural from Maria. Let's get started on these. First one. Since your nickname is Herbs and Rye, what's your favorite thing to eat at Herbs and Rye?
Probably the filet and lobster combo.
All right, there you go. If you had to recommend one steakhouse besides Herbs and Rye in Vegas, what would it be?
Vic and Anthony's, the Golden Nugget.
Okay. Where do you like to go on vacation?
Vegas.
That sounds like a question.
I mean, anywhere really. I'm not picky. Tahoe's cool. Yeah, let's go with Tahoe.
All right. And you've been there on vacation? Or like poker vacation, you mean?
I've been there just for vacation.
Okay. Also, how often do you table change?
4.7% of the time.
That doesn't mean anything. Would you call yourself a frequent table changer, a medium, or a very
Almost
infrequent? All right, almost.
Makes the games good that I play in.
Oh, you prefer to turn the game better if it's weak rather than look for another game.
Yeah, you gotta activate them.
So you're an activator, not a hunter,
That's accurate.
which is funny because you claim to do a lot of hunting in real life for like animals and stuff,
That's easy. It's just like picking up a squirrel or something.
which I've never seen you actually do. Okay, last question. I guess this only applies to Vegas. I guess somewhat it could to California. How often do you change casinos looking for a good poker game?
Almost never.
Oh, do you ever do it when I'm not around?
If I do, it's usually because I'm just bored or stuck, so not really. I mean, no, almost never.
So you're never bored or stuck at a poker table, that means?
I try not to be.
All right. And remember, rice is a spoon food.